Get that feeling you might be lost. What are you doing? Phone booth. There's a shortcut. Maybe. Let's get going. Good morning. It's 5 something in the morning here in England. Sun's just coming up. And I'm about to ride my bike to work. Let's get going. Beautiful sunrise today. So this is my route to work. Made it the other day. It's almost 14 miles. Moved to England a few weeks ago. We were staying in a hotel. My route was only 11 miles. We moved to our house. Now it's 14. But the good news about England is it is covered in these right-of-way, bridleways and footpaths. And this little shortcut should take off at least a mile. It'll go off-road a little bit. A little bumpy. But you take this bridleway. Oh, lost my phone. So yesterday on my bike ride, my phone carrier broke, as you can see there. So navigating is going to be a little more difficult with a broken phone carrier until my new one comes, my phone holder. But anyways, nice little bridleway here. If I can remember the way, it's this way. Should get us to the road I need to get to. I'm a little underbiked for the bridleways today, but I'm only on these off-the-road paths for a little bit. It makes the efficiency on the road worth it to kind of tough it out on these parts of the road. But this is definitely the adventure ride portion of the morning. All right, this bumpy road here will eventually turn into the main road that I need. I've never had a problem riding to work. Done this 6, 7, 8 times. But barrel nut fell out and I lost my little rack here. First time I had to do some roadside maintenance on my way in. I lost a bolt on my pannier rack and the top of it sort of started dragging on the ground. There's 2 bolts, or like the nut bolt and the bolt that goes in. I lost one of them, I found the other, but need them both to make it work. But that's okay. Sort of hobbled that thing together. Should hold the rest of the ride at least before I can get a new bolt or a new rack. But that was a mile in to probably a 12-ish mile ride, so not a great start. Cool thing about this route is it cuts through 3 or 4 towns on the way to work. In between that, some country road. But it's nice to cut through these pretty towns. Each one usually has a church, a pub, a little school, pretty homes. One thing that drives me crazy about England is they park like this, just anywhere they want on the road. And there's no room on the road. And all the cars have to go around. So everyone knows about the roundabouts. I got a double roundabout coming up.
Now keep left.
So in England, on these roundabouts, look right. We're good. These guys should wait for me, maybe.
Now exit onto London Road, B663.
That was one.
At the next roundabout, take the first exit.
And our second roundabout right ahead. There's a cycle path over there, but on the way home, there's no cycle path, so
Take the first exit.
I assume you're allowed to do this. And this roundabout looked right, nothing.
Now exit onto Bridleway.
Easy left turn.
B663.
And we made it. I don't know if you saw that white circle sign with the black diagonal line through it. That means this road speed limit is the national speed limit. And the national speed limit on these terrifying, windy, bumpy, poorly maintained, narrow country roads is 60 miles per hour. Motorists are pretty good about looking out for cyclists, which is really nice. I feel pretty safe, but I feel less safe in my car trying to navigate these roads in my rickety little car. The weather. Let's talk about the weather. It's the end of July. It's wet. Threatens rain every day. Some days it doesn't rain. Some days it does. The sun will disappear suddenly and come back out. But the high today is like 65 degrees. And leaving for work this morning, about 5:30 maybe. It's 55 degrees, light breeze. Although the winds will just suddenly pick up and literally move me when I ride. A nasty headwind can seriously cost me like 4, 5, 6, 7 miles per hour and a lot of energy. But mornings like this are pretty pleasant. It rained earlier. The streets are still wet. There's a cool breeze. You can smell the water. It's really nice. And this is a nice stretch of the ride through the country. It's really pretty. Relatively flat. About 3-4 miles of this. It seemed to melt right away if you just get lost and looking around. Entering our next town.
Take the next right.
Keyston.
Now turn right onto Tollbar Lane, B663. Follow this way for 0.49 miles.
And that was Keyston. That was it. Be careful when you use navigation apps. Google Maps, and originally this bike app I'm using, Commute, told me to go straight and cross the A14, which is like a main motorway. Like imagine US 95, US 70, something like that. Even though that's illegal, and even though there's this bridleway that takes me to a bridge to cross the A14. Originally, my apps told me to try to cross that. Well, I think they call this a bridleway, which means horses, but cyclists and pedestrians are allowed on it. I still hear my GPS tell me to turn around and cross that road, which is not a good idea. Found some cows. A lot of pretty stuff out here. Once you cross the A14, I'm almost there. I'm almost to my work. The only downside is the rest of the way there's a lot of uphill.
Follow this way for 2.04 miles.
On my way home, as I cross through those 3-4 towns, each one of them has a pub. I don't know if the camera shows it, but there's the start of the hill that I have to take to get there. All right, up we go. It's cool they turned that phone booth into a little book exchange. That's really nice. Clunking away up this hill. It's only a mile, but all uphill is brutal. Just about made it to the top. That about wraps up my ride. I might film a little bit on the way home, especially if I go catch a drink somewhere at any one of the numerous pubs that I ride past on my way home. But that was it. Good way to stay in shape. Good way to enjoy the summer here.
You are close to
Keeps me in a good mood before I have to go into work. So thanks for coming with me. On the way home from work, and apparently there's a shortcut, but I don't know if I trust it, but I'm willing to give it a shot. Let's see. This would shave off like 3 miles, but the train might be too rough to make it worth it. My app says this is a shortcut. I have my doubts. Might be a little underbiked for this. That's okay.
Next, go straight.
Do you ever get that feeling you might be lost? All right, where are we?
Now continue straight.
GPS says go straight. This at least looks like typical single track. I can do this. There we go. Well, I know someone's using this Bridleway because I keep seeing large piles of horse droppings. Okay, well, I don't think I'll take this way again, but I see a light at the end of the tunnel.
Next, go straight.
These people are gonna be like, what the hell?
Now continue straight on Brooks Road.
Hey. That guy, he's probably, who is that? Much more at home on this sort of material than whatever I just came out of. All right, after that craziness, I deserve a pint. Let's find the nearest pub. I've entered a town, so a pub can't be too far. Here we are.
600
Pub.
feet, turn right onto Station Road.
That was a success. Went into the pub, shared a drink with the locals, and they started turning the conversation political, and I didn't want to tread into that, so bought them around
In 150
and left. But they invited me back, so maybe I'll head back there someday. Hey guys, how are you doing? Okay, that about wraps it up. Oh, thanks for watching, I appreciate it.